Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Boss Rush Podcast, a great place to play games and be better. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Dirrig, and alongside me, as always, is the PC Russell Race himself, LeRon Dawkins.
Hey, what's poppin'?
What's poppin'? No sleeves today, LeRon.
Yeah, because last show I did us a disservice and I had full sleeves
I know,
on.
you had long sleeves. People were upset. People were upset.
Yeah, barely showed the collarbone. Yeah,
Half of our listenership just dropped.
I know.
Wait, what are you drinking? You're not drinking your usual water in your Yeti mug.
No, it's water in a can.
Water
Liquid
in
Death.
a can?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's a cool beer.
Oh my God.
No. You know what? I can't. Wednesday nights are long nights for me. I can't do anything that's gonna take me out of this zone. Because I could drop a CBD gummy or something, and then just be a mess to everybody.
Oh, remind me later. Maybe it'll be a topic. I mean, it could be for Boss Rusher, it could be for After Dark and it's gonna be a mini topic about non-alcoholic beer. Because I tried it just cause if there's a really long day, but I want the taste of beer, but not be sleepy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Does anybody really like the taste of beer?
Yes.
I like the taste of beer.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the taste of beer.
But you know what? As much as I like the taste of beer, I prefer cider.
Yes.
Also joining us is the mad pharmacist herself, Stephanie Klimov.
Hello.
45,000 words and counting or something like that.
Yes.
Almost there.
Congratulations.
It's 50,000 for a full novel, right?
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Maybe one of these days I'll throw 50,000 words to a document and be on my way.
You could do it.
And say I'm an author now.
Yeah. Well, I'm not already an author. I write enough.
No, you don't.
I guess fanfics don't count.
Look, writing descriptions for your OnlyFans videos is not.
Hey. I'll have you know, if it's tedious, words become repetitive, and it really stretches your vocabulary.
Look, texting you up is not. Oh man, we have a guest tonight, guys. We have to behave a little bit. No, we don't. What am I?
Wait. We're not behaving right now?
I don't know what's going on. We have a special guest, Katie from Left Behind Games Club. Gosh, yes. Left Behind
Corey.
Games
You had
Club.
one?
Sorry.
There's a lot of words.
Job.
I almost said book club, and I was like, that's not right.
It's
Reset.
basically it's a concept.
Yeah. So welcome to the show, Katie from Left Behind Game Club.
Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it. It was a lovely reach out that was like, hey, Stephanie, messaged me and was like, I really like Left Behind, and come onto our podcast. I'm like, yeah.
Wait. Did she really say it like that? Because I guarantee you,
I don't know. I read it.
Did you say? Did you ask her like you asked Dan from Dinosaur Machines?
Well, okay. Let me get you. Hold on.
You want to come on our podcast? Yeah, it was just like that.
Oh.
Just like yeah.
See, that's why I got super awkward, not awkward. I think that I'm awkward because I'm a super big fan of Dinosaur Machines podcast, and I'm a big fan of Left Behind Game Club. So I had the starry eyes, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm asking a celebrity to come on our podcast.
Nope.
Don't be weird. Don't be weird.
Nope, you're not. You're not.
no.
It's really funny.
But it was lovely. I was like, oh, it was very nice, and I was like. It felt nice, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And I listened, did my research and was like, yeah, absolutely, I'll come on this podcast. It sounds like a great time.
Just a side note, I don't know, how much, are you friends with Jacob, or you just podcast with him?
We have been friends since high school. We've known each other since high school. We were friends in high school, and then we had kind of that. We were still friends, but we all go off to different universities, and he went to live in, Toronto for a while, and then just kind of separate ways, but are aware of each other. And then past, so many years have gotten tight again. And then me and Travis have been super tight.
I love him.
Yeah. We've been very good friends ever since high school.
I mentioned Jacob because I actually bumped into him at PAX.
He mentioned that.
But I felt bad because it was a bit awkward, but it's only because where I bumped into him, it was like a really busy walking area. So it's not like you can really stop in the middle of like this massive crowd constantly waving back and forth. I'm like, are you Jacob? I'm Steph. I love your show. Boss Rush. Okay. See you later.
He was like, that was really nice. But at first he said, but at first I felt bad because I was like, it was like a rush. Like he was like, so much stuff is happening. And then he's like, wait, what's happening? And then he figured it out and put the pieces together. And then, he said that was great.
Hey.
Yay.
Blocks is in our chat right now. And
Block?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Block.
Hi, Block. We miss you. I love Block. I love his dry kind of humor on his YouTube channel is the best.
Everyone check out Block's gaming reviews.
Yes. It's so fun. I love Block.
But I hope you don't mind, Katie, if I just ask you a couple questions to kind of, get to know you more. Because I know the basics. I've heard you on various episodes. I'll admit I forgot you were on Detroit because it's just that was so many episodes ago.
It was a long time ago.
You're on Emily is Away. Emily is Away too. So kind of how'd you, get to be on there? And actually, I'm honestly kind of more interested in what kind of video games do you like to play? Because when I listened to Returnal, which I listened to today, you're kind of going on how much you like games like Returnal. And so I was like, oh man, I wonder if is she like a Sony fan, or is she multi-platform? What kind of stuff? Tell us.
So I am mainly a PlayStation and PC player.
All right, I love this lady. Let's do this. Let's go.
I wouldn't mind one day at this point because of how many properties they're just accumulating. At some point in the near future, I'll probably end up getting an Xbox too, but never had one before. Just always had PlayStation. I play all kinds of things. I have like a wide variety. I'll play like strategies. I'll play puzzle games. I'll play Returnal. I'll play Souls games. Like I love everything. I don't really have any. The only gap that is kind of what is it? Not narrative novels. Something.
Visual novels.
Visual novels.
Visual novels are. I've played like Gone Home, but like I feel like a lot of them are like Japanese and anime kind of based, and it's a hole in my game. I'm not a big anime person, but
and most of them are kind of,
You should hear some of our dramatic readings of these. Hear some of our dramatic readings of these things on After Dark. It's fun. Sometimes.
That was our very first episode. Yeah, I brought the topic of naughty video games because there's so many of those in the Nintendo eShop of all places. So I started looking at them, and they're just kind of really written in a comical way, even though I'm sure it's not meant to be comical. So yeah, we just did a.
You also bought one at PAX.
That makes it better.
I did buy one at PAX with an art book. Okay, the best art book I have next to Zelda's art book.
It's right there next on the shelf. We have The Legend of Zelda, and then Perky Little Things. It's fine. Same genre, guys. Come on.
I don't know. Everyone has their thing that they like saying. Like Stoy likes using the word taint, but for me, I just must always say the name of a naughty video game in a podcast. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. That was my tangent.
That's fine. You're excited. We get it. We get it. Well, Katie, we're glad you're here. We have a little bit of housekeeping to do before we start the actual show. As always, we will begin the show with our Patreon producers. If you are a Patreon producer, you get your name shouted out on this very show, this here show. Patreon.com/Boss Rush Network. For $1, you get the Boss Rush podcast 1 week early. You get Expansion Pass 1 week early. You get After Dark 2 weeks early, and you get Standard Definition 2 weeks early. All that for just $1. But the $5 tier, you become a producer. Now let's read our $5 producers here on the Boss Rush podcast. We have Quentin Jackson, Rebecca Jewell, Adriel Munger, and my wife, Sana Dirrig. Thank you guys for subscribing at the $5 tier. Remember, all of our content is free. If you go to Patreon, you just get some stuff early, a few extra little perks, stuff like that. We appreciate your support, as always. Like, subscribe, share, rate, and review wherever you listen to this podcast. Well, guys, other news. Nintendo Power Block 300 is coming up. I have officially posted the 300 merch to our store. So if you go to bossrush.net and click on the store icon, it'll take you right to our store. You can buy your favorite merch.
I also noticed...
What?
Oh, sorry.
Nope.
No, finish your merch.
You noticed what? What did you notice?
I noticed that you changed the thumbnail for Nintendo Power Block.
I did.
Looks great.
Thanks. I'm ignoring your McDonald's comment.
I'm trying. Oh, you said it, not me. You said it, not me.
I know, but I saw the smirk on your face, and I know the audio listeners can't see it, but they know.
I'm smirking because it makes me think of McDonald's.
It's a smirk you can hear. Okay.
Anyway, how about that merch store?
Yeah. So 300 merch is up. If you like Nintendo Power Block, you can go over there and get your 300 merch. Very excited. I don't understand how that show is 300 episodes old, but here we are. And you can also buy merch for all the rest of our podcasts, including this one, the Boss Rush podcast. So, anyways, everyone have a good weekend. Have a good week.
I'm trying to remember what I did.
Well, speaking of guesting on podcasts, I guested on one last night, so I'm going to talk about it because I love these guys. Secret Friends Unite. I've known them for as long as I've been podcasting. I've known them. Todd is one of my favorite people. Mark is one of my favorite people. I was on their video game podcast Co-op Mode last night, and it was a Star Wars-centric episode. We kind of talked about, because obviously today's the 4th, May the 4th. Am I contractually obligated to say something Star Wars? By the way,
you're not.
No, here we go. Not. Nope, I got one.
LeRon just looks so
Are you ready?
irritated.
Are you ready?
Very unimpressed.
Are you ready, LeRon?
Ready.
What am I ready for?
How hot is the inside of a tauntaun?
Oh, God. Here we go.
Oh, I don't know.
Lukewarm.
Oh!
Get out. Leave.
What is what is a Jawa's favorite cocktail, LeRon?
I don't know.
Come on. A vodka utini.
Do you have any more?
Oh, come on. I'm sure when Star Trek Day rolls around, you'll have some sort of Picard joke.
First contact day already happened, and guess what? I did not blitz you with that crap.
Wait, there's a Star Trek Day?
Yeah, there's a First Contact Day? What is
First
this?
Contact Day. Okay,
Fill me in here.
All right, so First Contact Day for basically there was a movie called Star Trek First Contact, and it was the day that humanity made first contact with an alien life form, and that happened to be the Vulcans. Yeah, and that day in the movie took place on April the 5th, 2063, and we've already had First Contact Day, and guess what? LeRon did not be all over the freaking podcast. None of them at all.
It's because everybody understands a good Star Wars joke. Nobody cares about Star Trek jokes, LeRon.
Says you.
You know what the joke
LeRon
is? You know what the joke is, LeRon? Star Trek is the joke.
Mm-hmm. Because I really could have blown that whole thing up because First Contact Day was on a Tuesday, which was a day that I was recording Crossroads.
You could have, and guess what? You didn't. You failed.
Nah, because guess what? Us Trekkies, we keep our level of nerd in check.
I'm not sure about that.
LeRon, I just think I think the Star Wars people just made it really kind of catchy because it's May the 4th, which sounds like the phrase "May the Force." It's cheesy,
and then
it's right there.
That's how it catches on.
And then you turn around and say "Revenge of the 5th." Come on.
Yeah, you got to make it a.
Really?
Yeah, it's a marketing thing. Yeah,
I don't like that.
You got to get that merch
marketing?
out there.
What's in marketing?
It's marketing Star Wars crap. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, I just want to shout out Secret Friends. They're always super nice, and I know Charlie does a Star Trek show, so I can't be that mean. So yeah, you
just want to be invited back on. That's all.
do. I love their shows. They have a Star Trek show called Code 47. They have Holocron Chronicles, for Star Wars. They have Co-op Mode, which is their video game podcast, and then they have Secret Friends Unite, which is just their kind of catch-all podcast about like movies and comics and stuff. It's really fun. I think they have a website now, secretfriendsunite.com. Go check them out. They are everything I hope we become someday. I kind of look at them and say they did it right. So, yeah, check them out. I think that episode is coming out today or tomorrow. So you can also listen to it. I'm going to share it through our social feeds too. So if you can't catch it on theirs, you can catch it on ours. But it was super fun. We talked a lot about the Jedi Fallen Order, which was fun. Mm-hmm. Talked a lot about retro Star Wars games like Super Star Wars and the Scorpion Darth Vader. That was a fun conversation. So yeah.
Very cool. Can't wait to listen to it.
It was fun.
So Stephanie, ready to hear some bad news?
No.
Fine.
I had a hard drive crash on me. And you're not gonna guess. You're not gonna believe which hard drive it was.
Well, it's not the Switch because Switch doesn't have one.
Nah, it's the hard drive that has all 3 Dead Space games installed.
Oh.
Yeah. Now I should have the save file on the cloud. I'm hoping.
Oh my gosh, I hope so. Please.
Yeah, but
you need to return to streaming that.
Yeah, I feel like where I'm at though, like I need to just start over, which is good because I don't think you ever caught the first episode, did you?
No, I think I hopped on like the second or third one.
Okay, yeah, where you saw the game still makes me a nervous wreck. Like it's something about Dead Space 1. Dead Space 2 and 3 are still fun for me, but Dead Space 1, like it triggers me.
Wow.
Well, you gotta make sure you do all that before the remake or remaster. No, remake. They're not remastered. It's a remake.
Remaking.
Yeah.
Which I don't think there is still a date, but I don't know.
That is a hole in my I mean, everyone has many holes in their backlogs, but that is one for mine.
The Dead Space trilogy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I used to be a chick. I mean, I'm still a chicken. I'm forever a chicken. but it was worse before. I've started to like creep into that area. Like I played the RE2 remake and screamed my way through that, but I did it.
I enjoyed the RE2 remake. And this I'm an old school Resident Evil fan, and I gotta say, like they did a good job of like really like placing scares in different places. Like it's wild. And then the whole thing about Mr. X, like that thing. He just ranches up like the fear factor because you can hear him stomping around the precinct.
Yeah, I played I played as Leon, finished it, then started to play as Claire, and then Mr. X shows up way earlier, right away, and I was like, "What? Yeah. No, I can't play this whole game with you here. Like, I can't do it." So I was just like, "No, I played it once. I'm out. I did it. I did the thing." But yeah, I was like, "Already? Like, you've got to be kidding me." So
yeah, I feel like I'm like you, where I'm just taking baby steps into horror. Like, I'm not big on that. The only real horror game I played is Soma.
Soma was, I made it through that too. And
I bought RE2 Remake, but I'm still terrified to start it because of, honestly, it's Mr. X. I don't like the concept of constantly being chased by something.
Yeah.
Then don't play Alien Isolation.
You beat Metroid Dread.
The Emmys don't chase you. The Emmys don't chase you for the entire game, though.
No, but they still chase you. It's still like an oh shit moment when they're chasing you. And you're like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, no,
true.
But Mr.
So, yeah, I want to play Dead Space, but now I'm like, do I play it now?
I mean, I would wait at this point, right? I mean, you're gonna get the better version.
I honestly feel that's my recommendation. Like you can, if you guys see what it's all about, watch someone's Let's Play or just wait for me to continue playing it. Like I'm going to get back on it soon, or just wait and just be be pleasantly surprised. I think it's gonna be a wonderful experience, for people who've never played the series before, and because like all the stuff they've had 2 developer diaries so far, and all the stuff they're doing to enhance the original game is just mind blowing.
Yeah, it seems like they're taking a lot of care with it, which is good.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's all you want, right? If you're gonna remake a game, like that's great, but like you could just kind of like ship it out there just because you're like, well, people will buy it. People like this game, so people will buy it. But no, if you're like, if they care, they're putting the effort in, then
I feel like when it comes to remakes, like they do like take that extra level of care versus remasters. Because I've seen more like remasters, like have issues than
slap
actual
a coat
remakes.
of paint on it,
exactly.
send it out. Yeah.
Like look at the Prince of Persia remake. Like,
oh gosh.
like
or
it's
don't.
been delayed again. It's been delayed again. That's.
I love that we all knew it right away.
Yeah.
As soon as they showed
Switch.
it, we're like, whoa.
Yeah,
what's that?
I was like, oh, this is coming to Switch. This clearly looks like a Switch game because it looks bad. But
it looks bad.
It wasn't. Like the thing is, it wasn't coming to Switch, and we were like, oh.
No, they were like, you're excited now, right? And everyone's like,
And now the studio that's doing the Splinter Cell remake is now making this. So. Although
they've got too much on their plate.
Speaking of Ubisoft though, that Skull and Bones leak looked like they took all the wrong parts from Assassin's Creed Black Flag that people liked. So that was you tried. You tried. That's all I can say. It's all right. They've got Star Wars: The Division and Avatar: The Division coming out soon, so that's cool. From Massive. So I like The Division, but I don't know if Star Wars needs a Division game. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I mean, probably not, but
no,
they're gonna make it. So
they are, and they're gonna make millions of dollars because it's gonna say Star Wars on the cover, and so
I'll probably buy it because I'm a sucker.
Same,
what am I
but
gonna say?
I'm gonna buy it. I didn't say I was gonna be happy about it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to complain for the first 5 hours until I realize that it's actually an okay game. And then, like the gaming internet does. And then 10 years from now, everybody's like, no, it was awesome. They should do more. So, anyways, I'm just on one tonight. I don't know what's happening. Anybody playing anything fun so we can save this conversation?
I'm trying to play Nier for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Nier.
Which
Is
one?
it Automata or Automata?
It's
I've never known.
Automata.
It
You
doesn't.
say that with conviction. I'm going to trust you.
It doesn't matter how you say it.
Great. Fantastic. I'm trying to play that for the first time.
Yeah, how's it going?
Good. At first, well, pretty good.
She did not say that with conviction.
Well, there was the initial like, oh, okay. And then a couple interesting things happened. I was like, oh, okay, I'm in. And then I tried to do a couple side quests, and that map is the worst map I've ever had to make use of. And I can't find anything, ever. So I'm like, well, I'm not doing side quests because I can't figure out how to get there. So I'm not just going to run around the city for 3 hours looking for something. So, but the story's good. Like, I like it. And apparently you have to play through it like 5 times. And so I'm on playthrough 2.
Nice.
But apparently they get shorter each time, which is good. But, yeah, it's interesting. It's, you got your robots and your androids and your people and your aliens and all the things. So.
Nice.
Oh, shout out to Grayson who mentioned that Automata is incredible. When I say that real fast, I think of onomatopoeia, which is totally not related. But I also want to do a shout out to Grayson because I saw on his Twitter that one of his articles got referenced on ukulele, like an entry of Wikipedia on ukulele.
Oh,
so you got reference in
really?
Wikipedia. So you rock, Grayson.
Grayson's just cool anyway. Everybody should follow Grayson Morales on Twitter.
Yes.
I've heard it gets more interesting the deeper you go. So I'm already pretty satisfied. So I'm like, all right, I'm excited for it to blow my mind. But that also sets the expectations a little bit high. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
You're setting
Nice.
some expectations there for sure. Nice. Are you playing anything else or just that?
I've hit the pause button on Elden Ring because I can't do that. Like, it is all consuming.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to play Nier for podcast reasons. So I'm like, no, I have to. Like, I physically have to. It's a responsibility of mine. So I have to, like, push Elden Ring away because otherwise I won't stop playing Elden Ring. Like, ever.
How do you like it? I mean, because I always like asking everyone that question because, I mean, we've had this as a topic before on how it tended to have a big divide between the get good gamer crowd and the, oh, it's too hard, why isn't there an easy mode crowd? So I'd love to know what you think about it in general.
Elden Ring, I love it. It's so good. I mean, I love From games. Like, love them. I'm all in. So this was like, you know, Souls, but a ton of it. Like, all the Souls you can possibly get, and you can run everywhere and do everything, and you have a horse, and it's awesome. But yeah, I think I like that. I like that Elden Ring came out, and like a lot of people have kind of gotten in, and they're like, "Oh, it's honestly, it's not that hard. It's not. It's just like I feel like the crowd, the like core original crowd of like Souls players, are like, you know, the Souls player is they almost want you to think it's hard, so like they're more special than you. I think like it's not that hard.
It's not about the difficulty. It's about the patience.
Yes, it's not for everyone. That's not saying it's for everyone. Absolutely, it's not.
Yeah.
But yes, it's not a thing where it's like, no, it's exclusionary because you're not good enough. Like, no, it just might not be for you.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people have gotten in because they're like, oh, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
It's not that serious.
I've said it multiple times on this show. Like, I don't think Dark Souls and Bloodborne are that hard. Like, I would rather play Dark Souls than Mega Man. I'm gonna just say that.
Yes. I agree.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's an old school kind of slow, be patient, learn the moves of your enemies, and you'll be fine. I'm not saying it's not challenging at points, right? But it's not like...
No, there are times where you want to throw things. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there'll be at least a handful of times throughout the game where you will be like, I want to throw something. But then you beat it and you feel good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not It's not some elite thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's
my friends that play a lot of Souls games, I've heard that Elden Ring is actually one of the easier ones.
It is.
It's like up there with like Bloodborne in terms of difficulty, if you want to call it that. So, like, easy, because Bloodborne was pretty easy.
Relatively speaking, yes.
Compared to the other Dark Souls games, Bloodborne is easy.
It is the easiest one to get into. That's how I got in. Elden Ring just gives you more options, right? As opposed to the other ones that are like, no, like it's more narrow of like the options of how you can play it. Like, Elden Ring gives you a bajillion different ways of how to succeed. So,
yeah.
But yes, in conclusion, I love Elden Ring, but it's in the corner because otherwise it will consume my life, and I have other things I have to accomplish.
I have not played Elden Ring yet, so
it's so much fun.
Eventually, but not now.
What are you guys playing?
You can skip me, because guess what? I have not played anything because I want to get that damn novel written. So sorry, guys.
How's your novel coming, Stephanie? You can talk about that.
Yeah, I want to hear about it.
Almost 50,000 words. Again, just want to throw it out there. This is my 5th novel.
That's insane.
Science fiction fantasy, they kind of bleed together. My first 4 novels were just flat out fantasy, taking place in its own universe, its own world. Fun fact, I think most people, if they've been following me, might know this or not, but my first novel used to be a fan fiction of, at that time, what I thought would happen after Ocarina of Time, LeRon's favorite game.
Yeah, one of them.
Because I'm the biggest Zelda fan, and I was like, oh, what would happen if Ganondorf came back? Which obviously since then games have come out to tell that story. But eventually, you know, I'm a pharmacist by trade, but I always loved the arts and writing and drawing. And I'm like, you know what, I'm going to write that novel. So I secured a 5-book contract with my indie publisher, And so this is book number 5. And I'm just testing out a different storyline that I kind of tucked away in high school. Like I saved all my notes. So, yeah.
Fun.
That's awesome.
Thank you. But it's weird, right? Because I don't necessarily want to rush through it, but I already have a large backlog. It's getting larger. It's getting larger.
I do need to get it done at some point, yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, prior to that, I was playing Kirby Forgotten Land. I think Tunic was one of the last games that I played as well, so.
Cool.
And still trying to beat Ghost of Tsushima, which I'm still not through yet.
LeRon, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life?
Well, I haven't played anything recent because last week I was doing some unpacking and found my 3DS. So I was like, you know what? I just want to check something out real quickly. Turned it on and the SD card was corrupted. So what do you do when you have a corrupted SD card? You go out, you buy another one, and then you modify your 3DS.
Okay, Mr. Tech Talk, I don't know anything about that.
Don't worry.
I told you when the 3DS store goes offline, I'm sending you my 3DS to do that for me because.
Yeah. Well, the thing that upsets me though is I don't know why I thought this. Because I have quite a few Monster Hunter games for the 3DS, and I no longer have save data, and that kind of upsets me because I don't know why I don't know why I thought this. Maybe it's because I'm just old school Nintendo person where like the stuff was saved on the cartridges. Yeah, so like I lost all that Monster Hunter data and everything. So I was like, you know what? Fine, I'm just gonna go fucking ham. I just started modifying the fuck out of it, right? And then guess what happened? I start playing Advance Wars Dual Strike,
and now
I'm just mad all over again because there's no damn Advance Wars game on the Switch yet.
You're torturing yourself, LeRon.
Yeah.
I know. I haven't pulled out the damn strategy guide Corey, what episode of the Boss Rush podcast was that when we pulled out all of our strategy guides?
Oh, it was probably 6 or 7 weeks ago.
It was but yeah, like I'm so.
I know.
I
love a nice strategy guide. You know, I like a good hardbound. I like the ones with the art books in them. It's just a good time.
I would love for games to come out when they're announced. Nintendo, you said this game is coming out December 5th, 2021.
If they did that, we would have had Zelda 2 years ago, okay? Come on. So.
Yeah. Like I'm not even mad at Nintendo because they delayed it because of the current reason. I'm mad they delayed it because of the initial reason.
By the way,
like don't unveil a fucking game at E3, which is in June, and say it's going to be out in 6 months, and then 6 months later, it's like, ooh, we got to push it back to 2 months. Then you show up on the store to go pre-order it 2 months later, and it has a stealth, it has another stealth like date change. It's like, what the fuck? Y'all didn't say the last one. Yeah, I know. I'm just going to drive this home until Advance Wars finally comes out. Then I'll shut the fuck up. Wow. But yeah, I haven't played anything recent. Like there's been no Monster Hunter, there's been no Monster Hunter, there's been no Cyberpunk, there's been no Final Fantasy, there's been none of that.
Man. By the way,
I've been playing a whole bunch of old school shit though. Like it's been nice having this little trip down memory lane. Even though I tell you what, the other thing that's upsetting about the fact that I lost all that data for the 3DS. I was at the end of Metroid: Samus Returns. Like when I say at the end, like I was fighting Proto Ridley.
Well.
Oh, that sucks.
So now I don't know how it ends unless I start playing it again, which I don't know if I want to play it again.
I mean, you could just play it again. It's not like it's a long game.
It's not a long game. No, it's not. As a matter of fact, I'll be honest with you. I don't remember like playing it that many days. Like I started playing it, and the next thing you know, I was like, oh, it's over.
That's what I'm saying. It's not that long.
Yeah. So that's basically been it. But I have been watching this show called Minx, which we're gonna talk about on After Dark because this is the flagship of Boss Rush, and we can't talk about the shenanigans that went down in that show. Like it's HBO Max show, MINX Minx. Just look it up if you want to figure something out.
Figure something out. That sounds.
Hey, I even warned y'all. What, I texted y'all like 2 or 3 days ago saying, hey, I've been watching the show. I'm kind of hooked on it. Yeah. Maybe we should talk about it. Well, we're going to talk about it, whether you guys checked out anything on it or not.
Oh boy.
Speaking of Zelda delay, Stephanie, did you see the reports coming out about
what reports?
Wind Waker and Twilight Princess coming out in October?
What?
Wait,
yeah.
What?
When did that?
What?
What?
Jeff Grubb. So everybody knows Jeff Grubb. Everybody.
I don't know if I trust Jeff Grubb that much. I don't know.
Hold on, that's too big of news for us not to know this.
Yeah.
It's on Nintendo Life. There's a whole article about it.
Hold on, I'm going to Nintendo Life
I feel like everyone
right
else
now.
would have picked it up if it held water, you know.
It's also on Game Informer.
When did this publish?
Right.
This published yesterday at 12:45 p.m. So whatever that is in UK time, I don't know. So whatever that is in America time. But yeah, so here's the rumor now for this, and it's probably a Nintendo Pop Block conversation. I don't care. Breath of the Wild.
We're talking about this.
Breath of the Wild, Wind Waker in October. Metroid Prime remaster in November.
I refuse to believe this.
I refuse to believe you. And
I'm not going to get my hopes up.
Here, LeRon. Here's some news about Advance Wars 1 and 2.
Because I already told you guys, like, those 3 games you said, that's guaranteed $180 coming Nintendo's way from my pocket.
LeRon, he said the keywords. Advance Wars. Listen.
Advance Wars 1 and 2 release date. LeRon, are you ready? December.
See, now I'm mad all over again.
Well, good thing it's just a rumor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the quote. It says
This is why we have a section on Crossroads. It's called Rumor Control. Mm-hmm. This is why we have this.
Well, this is a general conversational show, so we can talk about whatever we want. They want to have a Zelda thing every year. They've been holding on to this. Why wouldn't they just put it out this year? If they don't put it out, or some other Zelda's thing this year, instead of just waiting for Breath of the Wild 2, I just will not understand. I don't...
Wait a damn minute.
Listen.
Why do they want to have a Zelda thing every... Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They did say that when Breath of the Wild came out, they said they wanted to have something Zelda every year, and they have since then. Because Breath of the Wild, Hyrule Warriors, Link's Awakening, Age of Calamity, and Skyward Sword. And this would be a year that we don't have anything.
All right, keep that same fucking energy from Metroid
then. We just got Metroid Dread last year, dude.
Corey? I swear to God. See, the first boss rush stage show that we have is not going to be pretty.
Dude, I'm so like after we started talking about that, I got so excited that I planned the whole thing, and I don't even know if it's ever happening. So.
Corey had like 4 fever dreams about it.
But to go back, so can someone explain to me? I'm not familiar with Jeff Grubb. Is he relatively accurate?
Actually, he's pretty accurate.
He's pretty accurate.
Lately, yeah, he's been
lately he's been accurate. Like
he's accurate enough for Giant. He's accurate enough for Giant Bomb to hire him to do a specific insider leak show called Grub Snacks. So.
That's an awesome name. First of all,
it is.
Well, they started it right when Bug Snacks came out. So,
wow.
So here's my question. And wow. like whose ears do we have, or whose pockets are he in? You know, like stuff like that. Because what favors do I have to turn to get information like this?
I don't know, LeRon.
Because I would definitely love to know when Monster Hunter 6 is coming out.
Next year. Didn't you look at that giant Capcom leak that said 2023 on it?
The Capcom leak can't be trusted because is there something that already should have been out by now that I think everybody wanted?
I don't know.
I gotta look.
That game that they showed off at the PlayStation 5 reveal was supposed to be out this year, and then they delayed it to next year.
Oh, yeah.
It's called that one where everybody thought it was Kojima's next game.
Mm-hmm.
Girl
that's
on
right.
the moon or something.
Oh yeah, the astronaut looking thing and the city
weird.
and
yeah.
They didn't really show anything, but for some reason we thought it was coming out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was cool.
Mm. Wow. Now I'm like, I gotta like stop. I gotta not think about it because if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna cry.
They will.
probably not
You
gonna
know
happen.
what? You know
Okay,
what they'll also
so-
re-release, Stephanie, is those amiibo. So they'll probably re-release the Wolf Link amiibo.
It's
All right,
not
so-
the amiibo that I want.
All right, so here are some of the things that we were supposed to see by now from the Capcom leak. We're supposed to see Dragon's. Well, let me see. There has not been a Resident Evil Outrage yet.
There
We
was
have not
Resident
seen
Evil
the announcement.
Outbreak though. Wasn't that the multiplayer thing that came with 3, or was that something else?
And didn't they cancel that? Like,
Yeah,
it's
I
not
don't think it's
complete?
even came out yet.
incomplete.
Oh.
Yeah, it's incomplete.
Oh, well.
Yeah, there's been no announcement for Dragon's Dogma 2 or Street Fighter 6.
Street Fighter 6 was
there's-
announced though.
Yeah, Street Fighter 6 was announced.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yep,
Because
yep,
they
you're right.
they
My bad.
used that Photoshop stock image.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for the thing, yeah.
Yeah,
And he was all broad and wide, and
yeah,
everyone got excited about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
One of my monitors just died, by the way, everybody. So
And then there's supposed to be another Mega Man game.
yeah.
Oh, man.
That mobile game came out this year, and I think they're going to reveal Mega Man 12 at the whatever the non E3 crap is this year. The Jeff Keighley Super Game Fuckfest.
Which you know what, guys? We need to take notes this year.
Do
What do you
we-
mean by take notes?
Take
We need to
notes?
take notes. We need to take notes on all this stuff.
Like to hold people accountable?
You-
Is that what you mean?
That's not what I mean. No,
You know,
that's not what I mean.
LeRon, that is a job for you because I did Boss Rush at night last year and I almost died. So
It was fun though.
for who?
It was fun. It was fun. Why wasn't I? You know what? I'm curious. Why wasn't I not invited to any of those panels?
You were invited and you said I will do the PlayStation one. That was the conversation.
remember
we had.
that.
And Sony didn't have a PlayStation 1.
Yeah, and you said you would do
Well-
the Capcom one because you want to talk about Monster Hunter, which we did.
You know, yeah, you're right. You're right. But I didn't get invited to any of the other ones.
I said, does
Katie, this is the kind of bickering that I have to deal with every week here, and I just sit here and listen to it.
You're just like, You let them work out
You
the
know,
problem.
You know what? It's because like I like to make Corey squirm just as much as Corey likes to make me squirm. So
Yeah.
it's one of those things. Like we
It's a good
do it to each other.
Standoff. For sure.
I don't get in the middle of that.
so?
No.
Speaking
Nice, let it
speaking of, I was laying in bed the other night. I was finally done with everything. LeRon, like I'm watching something on TV. LeRon texts me, "Hey, you up?"
It was 10:30 at night. What was it? Sunday night, right?
It was.
It was Sunday. Yeah, it was Sunday.
I'm looking. I want to get the story accurate.
Oh goodness.
What-
Well, we're definitely going to want to do it this year, even if while he's looking it up. Even though there's no E3, there's going to be a Nintendo Direct of some sort in the general time frame. LeRon, State of Play should be due soon anyway, right?
Yeah, there should be. Yeah.
It was 10:51.
I told you it was.
I
Yeah.
know.
So it wasn't super late,
Here-
but it's
look.
a Sunday night, so I want to make sure.
One or
You were
two nights of Boss Rush After Dark I could do, but we did 6 nights last year. And that was when I was working my other job, and I was working like 12 hours a day, and I had to be up at 4:30, and I was up till like 2:00 editing everything.
Okay, well,
I mean,
Yeah.
I get it. My fault. This whole thing is my fault. Everything we do
I
is
didn't.
my fault.
I didn't say
It's
a word. I didn't say
Well,
a thing.
it
It
will
is
be
my
different
fault.
this year. It'll be
Look,
different this year.
it is my fault because I started this crap. So everything that comes after this is my fault. It's on recording. Whether it's good or bad, it's my fault. Katie, you're my fault. Sorry. That's awkward. Anyways,
Should we
What
start
were we
talking about some
talking about?
topics now?
yeah, I don't even remember what we were talking about. Oh, LeRon
Katie.
texted me
Oh.
the other night about at 11
This
o'clock
isn't
at
over.
night about a thumbnail he made. I'm like,
Dude, you know I suck at that shit. You know I do. As a matter of fact, everything. Okay, here, complete transparency for everybody's listening or watching right now. Everything you see that's done for My YouTube channel, my Twitch channel, is usually something I stole from Corey. I do not have the artistic talent. If I had the artistic talent, I would be doing it. I write, and that's so you need a catchphrase for something. I got you, but you want me to put together a nice little panel or something? Nope, that's not me. So yeah, so I sent Corey a text at like 10:51 on a Sunday night, and something's going on. You guys see that?
Yes. Corey, are you here, Corey?
Corey, are you okay?
I'm here.
Maybe.
I'm fine.
Hey.
Are you there, sir? Are you
Look,
there?
I was fixing my monitor because it died, and sometimes when it dies, I have to unplug it and plug it back in. Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry for everybody who just saw not my face.
So I sent him a text at 10:50 something on Sunday night. Just want some feedback. All right, Corey, continue the story.
No, you continue. You're doing a great job.
I said what I had to say.
I mean,
it's your story.
My point was that you texted me, "Are you up?" That was the point of the story. I wasn't like going to make fun of your thumbnail or anything. My point was also you texted me about something that was like, to be honest, not very important.
There you have it.
I mean, it is. Thumbnails are important, but I mean, it wasn't like an emergency.
I was kind of happy with myself. I did it on my own and everything. There it was.
Very proud of you, LeRon. Your thumbnail looks.
Don't try and give me the affirmation now.
Your thumbnail looks very YouTube-y.
That's what I was going for, actually.
I know. You nailed it.
That's okay. My feelings aren't hurt.
Are you sure? Because I feel them from here.
You brought it up. You didn't have to say a word.
I know. I just like to give you a hard time.
All right, let's talk about a fucking topic now.
Yeah, let's.
That's not at my expense.
No, but those are the best ones. Katie, you're our esteemed guest. What do you want to talk about?
So Stephanie was like, "Oh, so bring a topic," and I was like, "Topics? My podcast don't have topics. The topic is the podcast. Like it's like the game or the show." So I was like, I gotta think of things. Like, oh my god.
Ooh,
I came up with one thing. So I have a 4-year-old nephew and he's almost 2, approaching 2. So mainly about the 4-year-old. So basically, younger relative family members, I'm like, it's time. I need to start getting him into gaming. I'm thinking, and I'm like, what do I have? But I did not keep most of my old consoles. So like a lot of like my PS1 games would have been probably perfect, but that's okay. But anyway, in general, I can get the like Sega collection thing that has Sonic in it, which I started with a lot of Sonic when I was a kid. So I'm thinking maybe some Sonic. Ideally, I think Mario would be the best thing. I'm thinking like Mario 3, because I think back to what I started with. And it was mainly a lot of like Mario 3, Mario 1, some Sonic, and then the rest is kind of a blur. But so basically to the group, what would be your approach to bringing a young human into gaming?
Well, I let my daughter play. So I was messing around on my Xbox the other day, and my daughter loves to say the word Xbox. She's like, "Xbox? That's your Xbox? Can I play Xbox?" I'm like, "Fine, we'll sit down, we'll play Xbox." So with Game Pass, you can do cloud gaming, and I don't have any kid games downloaded to my console because why would I?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, whatever. I don't. So I loaded up Super Lucky's Tale on Game Pass. Just to whatever, right? And so what you don't do is give a almost 4-year-old a 3D platformer.
Yeah.
I mean, so I've been wanting to like I've been trying to figure this out myself, and so I have my Switch Lite loaded up with a bunch of 2D games like Yoshi's Crafted World and Sonic Mania and New Super Mario Bros. U and those types of games. I also have like the NES and SNES and Genesis collection things downloaded. So I'm going to start with that. I also have Mario Kart on there because they have that kid mode on it where like they always stay on the track and they're always going.
They're always going forward. They're not gonna like spin out and go.
I was about to say you're trying to raise an unadjusted adult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what, LeRon? Just because you can't play Mario Kart doesn't mean my daughter can't play it.
That game infuriates the fuck out of me.
Okay. Trying to work her up to Monster Hunter, LeRon. Okay, just relax.
Teach her the systems. Here's your crafting.
But the other thing the other games I've downloaded were 1-2 Switch and ARMS and Nintendo Switch Sports. Because they're not like real video games, but they're gamey and like video gamey enough to like she feels like she's playing, you know? Mm-hmm. So that's kind of where I'm starting, although she hasn't shown any interest past like 5 minutes because she has the attention span of like a gnat. So but yeah, that's kind of where I'm starting. My nephew is super into video games. He just turned 9, and they got one of those like game trucks for his birthday where it's like a truck with like a trailer with like 4 big TVs in it, and they have all the consoles hooked up to it, and they were playing like ARMS and Mario Kart and Fortnite and
like at like a party or something. Like
this
is a thing you can call.
You
like
call
a
them. Yeah, it's a service that you call them, and they bring the trailer to your house. And you pay.
At first, I thought it was like we bought in this truck and it has all the content. Like I don't understand what you're talking
it's
about.
like it's like a new
single in that family. I need to get
guys.
married.
It's like a real local version of Pimp My Ride. Okay, you just there's probably like a fish tank in there and like a basketball.
We don't have
hoop.
that in Windsor, Essex, Ontario. That's not a thing here.
I think that is so cool. I didn't even know that existed until I was driving on the highway and I saw this truck with like an image of like a game controller on the side. I'm like, what? Mm-hmm. What? And I was like speeding. I was speeding so I could get next to it and read it.
Hey, guy, roll down your window.
Systems you got in there, and yeah, it was like a portable like arcade, quote unquote, but not in a traditional sense.
That's
just
a genius idea. Whoever thought of that is brilliant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, he's been really into like Minecraft for a while, and this past year was like the first time he gets to play like big kid games. So I sat and played Destiny with him. He plays Fortnite. Thinking about introducing him to Halo. Like it's just he's very at that age where he's ready. And so, it's been really interesting watching him learn about these other games other than like Minecraft and stuff. Mm-hmm. But his little brother is still into like every time he comes over, he wants to play 1-2 Switch or Yoshi's Crafted World. And he's 7. We're gonna go 7.
I have a son who's 6.5, and I want to introduce him to the world of gaming. But I kind of have this conflict within myself about technology in modern day, because as an older millennial, I grew up with no technology or minimal technology. Mm-hmm. But I'm still young enough.
You experience the transition of like we don't have internet, and then we kind of have it, and it's exciting, and like, but it's not ever present as opposed to
And I would say like
all the time.
Yep, and I wouldn't say like I'm too old where like I don't know how to get on the Facebooks, and stuff like that.
Wow.
But so like I'm not against technology, right? But at the same time, I see so many kids like with they're like going through like working a cell phone or a tablet, and they're like 3 years old, and it like I don't know, like I'm not passing judgment, like everyone parents a different way, but I don't know, it just scares me because I just feel like their attention spans, like, and maybe I'm just not a patient parent, but the reason why I give that backstory is I still like introducing my son to video games, but I kind of want to show him like the old school video games first, the crappy graphics, the simple stuff, because then he can actually appreciate the real good stuff as he gets older, because he has a friend who is 4, a much younger son, and he's the one that kind of was raised with a tablet in his hand since he probably came out of the womb. And that kid's hand-eye coordination is really good. Like, he's on Roblox and he's just like showing me this, that, the other thing, like throwing his character off a cliff, and the character like breaks all his bones, and that's your goal, is to break as many bones as possible. But like the kid's just like, he's 4. Now my son, so this is where I'm trying to not go on a tangent. I will pick a game that I think isn't very hard, right? Like the recent Kirby game, or I don't know. I don't know why I'm like all of a sudden like having a hard time, or like even Mario Kart, right? Before I adjusted for the kid mode, his hand-eye coordination really isn't that good. Or like I have Pokemon Arceus up, and I just like, he's like, oh, can I try? I want to walk around. So I give it to him, and like he like has a hard time even just like, I don't know, hand-eye coordination. It's just not there. Maybe he's just like.
I think we underestimate how difficult it is, because we've been doing it for forever.
Yeah.
And then even like an adult, like my husband doesn't play. He plays like sports games for the most part. He'll dabble. He'll like be like, man, certain things. He'll be like, I'll try that for like 10 minutes, and he's like, I am done. But he's not like a gamer. And then we try to play like It Takes Two together, and it's like it's a struggle sometimes. And I'm like, just you gotta jump and then hit this button and aim at this thing, and it's like he struggles a bit. And I'm like, oh yeah, this isn't like
about this stuff.
I mean,
yeah. It's like, oh, this isn't like a skill that everyone has. Like, this is actually a developed thing over like decades at this point.
It's an innate skill.
Also, you think about it, and like when we were growing up, like analog sticks didn't exist, right? I mean, I was 11 when I got my Nintendo 64, and that was the first time I ever touched a joystick, right? And then PlayStation brought the duals. Wow.
You never went to an arcade?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, like those don't. I don't count. Like
I thought he was going for that one too.
I know. Yeah,
that's
what I thought too.
Oh my god, this is the wrong show for that. Come on.
That doesn't mean it's not coming out of your mouth.
Whoa! Just because I host the show doesn't mean I'm always the show.
That's questionable. What was I saying? Oh, I don't really count like Atari in the joystick, right? Because I mean that's all you had, right? And arcade. I'm saying like the way we think about joysticks now, right? With N64 and the DualShock on the PlayStation. We were older when those came out, and we learned with everybody else. Whereas now you look at kids like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 growing up, and they're like already in a PlayStation or an Xbox or even Switch ecosystem where there are 2 sticks on every controller.
Yeah, I think the dual sticks is the big difference there. Because even like arcade joystick, it was still like left, right, up, down. Like it was still. Yeah. It wasn't. But once you have that second one that controls the camera, it makes it hard for people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and like Dora, I'm not like disappointed in my son, but just making a comparison with that 4-year-old, like I feel like it depends either. Everyone's different, and B, maybe that 4-year-old really just has been on a screen for 4 years, where my son just recently got into it. But I know he will, because he loves watching me play Zelda. He loves watching me play Ocarina of Time. When I got Skyward Sword HD, what we would do is like, because it's the Joy-Cons, I'll let him control like one of the Joy-Cons where he's walking, and I'll control like the sword swinging. So yeah, just from a fan standpoint, he loves Zelda. He actually has been Link for Halloween for 3 consecutive years.
You dressed him and put him out the door and said, "This is what you're wearing," right?
The first year.
This is you now. Go.
Yeah,
you are Link you now.
Yep.
Dodge the giant rolling rock to get your sword.
Oh my
but anyway.
Oh my god. Stephanie is raising the little twink that could, because god, there's some like that's the best way I describe Link these days. Like this small, unassuming like somebody shows up, and all of a sudden like he's smashing the pots in your house. He's hacking chickens to death with a sword and stuff. And at the same time, he's saving the kingdom.
He's the hero of destiny, LeRon. Shut up. Watch your mouth. Gosh.
You got
LeRon obviously follows the timeline where he failed, because he obviously hates him.
Wait, is that the timeline that doesn't include Ocarina and Majora?
No, Ocarina splits all the timelines.
Oh.
Yeah. But one last thing, the video game he really got into the most, believe it or not, is Ring Fit Adventure. I got it.
Ooh, that's a pretty complicated game, actually.
I only got it because of the whole COVID thing, and I'm like, oh well, and it was winter, so we were all extra stuck in the house, and it was on sale too. And I'm like, you know what? He needs to get that energy out. And I'm like, perfect. Here, take this. Move your legs up and down real fast. Look how fast you're running on the screen. Oh, it tired him out real good.
How good is it at compressing the ring? Do you know, like shoot the fireballs?
Yeah. Not that great. But he at least gets it. So
that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of, I don't know. I kind of
actually
answered, but not really answered that. I'm sorry, but I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing every little bit at him.
I feel like if you have a kid that's got like high energy, like the very athletic games are definitely what you want to do. Like have you let him play the new Wii Sports game, the Wii Switch Sports game?
Not yet. And it's
is it because you're afraid he's going to accidentally lost the controller?
No. I just honestly have not had enough time at night to do so, but that's a side note. I actually saw, and I guess I shouldn't say I'm surprised, articles following the release where they're like, oh, people are smashing their TVs and hitting each other. I'm like, guys, it's the first freaking thing you see when you turn it on. Make sure there's enough freaking space between you and your TV.
It's like do they not use the wrist strap?
I guess not. I don't know. I just
Well, the good news is my TV is wall mounted pretty high, so I'm not gonna bust my fucking television playing it.
Okay, well, yeah, that makes sense, and I'm looking forward to showing him how to. I feel like he's really gonna enjoy that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, do you feel? I think I already answered my question. Because Corey, you mentioned how your daughter mentions Xbox. Do you feel like one particular console is more kid friendly to introduce to? Whether it's the console itself or the content, the selection of games they provide.
I think Nintendo kind of wins that battle right now, right?
Are you sure? Do you not tune into After Dark?
You know, LeRon? You know what, LeRon?
Come on, Stephanie's the one even brought us up to speed on all these naughty games that are on that system.
I think Nintendo wins that by a landslide. I think the Joy-Cons are easy to understand, like the Wii remotes were, right? But also, like, you have Kirby, you have Yoshi, you have Mario, right? Those are super kid-friendly games to learn how to play, right? Especially Yoshi's Crafted World and Yoshi's Woolly World and the Kirby games on Switch is like, yeah, these are easy 2D games. Like Yoshi's Crafted World has this mode called Mellow Mode where you literally can't die. So
there you go.
And so I think that's probably where we'll start. And then as she gets older and understands what to do, like she'll move left and right and jump a bunch of times, but she's one of those kids that just hits the same button over and over again. And then she'll hit the screenshot button over and over again, and she's like taking a bunch of screenshots, and she's like, "Why am I not moving?" And I'm like, "You're taking pictures. Please stop." But yeah, she's starting to understand, but she hasn't played enough to really learn. She's not even 4 yet, so what can you understand when you're 3? But I let her just have fun and mess around. And
I heard Astro's Playroom would be a good.
It's still 3D though.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. That's tricky. You can't. There's less. There are areas where there's no dying, like the initial little hub thing. You could run around and jump, I guess. I guess certain areas would be a good, little training ground. Once you actually get into the levels, though, they would not be able to do it.
Okay.
No, there's a glider thing that you have to navigate through stuff, and there's platforming. Okay. Yeah, no, they. But
I don't know. I think my big suggestion for this is because I'm thinking I don't really have any little ones, adjacent to me right now. I'm thinking probably like the best thing to do is probably just like dust off a 2DS and send them loose on it, like like with a bunch of the Mario titles.
The thing is that I tried to do that, and then she saw the Switch and she saw that I was playing the Switch, and she didn't want to play the 3DS.
She's like, "This is trash. Why'd you give me the trash console?"
She's like, "What is this? This is what?
You don't want this, so I don't want this."
Oh my gosh! It just popped in my head. Next, other than Ring Fit Adventure, you know what game Nikolai really likes, and it's great for the Switch because it's touchscreen. Donut County.
Oh
What?
yes.
What?
Donut
County.
County.
You know what? Yeah, there's a lot of it doesn't really teach you how to use a controller, but there are a lot of touchscreen games that are actually really good now these days.
Yeah. So Donut County, LeRon, have you heard of it?
No.
Oh, Donut County's really good.
Yeah.
I don't want to. This is when people make this comparison. It's not 100% like it, but Katamari Damacy, where you roll and things get bigger. Donut County is similar. It's a physics-based game where you start with a little hole in the ground and you move it around and try to make things drop into the hole. The hole gets bigger, and your whole point and goal is to swallow up everything in this particular setting that you're given. But there are several puzzle mechanics to be able to obtain everything. And it's got a cute little raccoon that's very snarky. But Nick, that's really easy because it has a touchscreen mode, and it's literally just make things fall down the hole. Haha, that's so funny.
Yeah.
As an adult, I thought it was funny.
No, I took a ton of screenshots. That Trash Panda is amazing.
Kids, they're fun
Yeah.
sometimes.
As loners, kids are fun. For my own, no thank you.
You mean when you can give them back to
Return
somebody?
them.
Yeah.
When I return them to my sister, I say here,
I can't.
But
I can't do that to mine.
yeah, that's the thing. Well, you did that to yourself though.
I can't shove them right back up in there and say go away.
I need a break.
I'm just kidding. I love my kids when they're sleeping.
They're sleeping.
At school, So. I'm just kidding. I love my kids all the time. Relax.
Everyone, calm down.
Yeah.
Internet.
Come on, parents. Okay.
I will say though, to kind of wrap up the topic, is whether it's your own kid or just a kid in the family or a family friend's kid. As a gamer myself, I find so much joy being able to share my passion and my love for it. Well, actually, it's a game too, like the franchise Pokemon. That's another thing where, as a kid, I collected the cards and it was the dorkiest thing. Now it's like the most popular thing ever, which is I find weird. Just because it's But anyway, the point is, I get to share what I was passionate about ever since I was young to my kid or any other my kid's friends. Whereas I don't know, I feel like people in our generation, we might have some parents that were into video games, but it was the very
even then they'd be like, we loved Pong,
Yeah.
that's about it. I'm like, oh, he's getting old enough. I'm like, I can show him video games and I'm excited about it.
Your first game is Elden Ring.
Can you imagine those people whose first games would be something like that?
That's funny.
They'd be set for
You're gonna
life.
get good and you're gonna like it.
Yeah.
You lock them in a room for a week. Just shove food in a bucket under the door. You come out the other end, they're shaking and decrepit and melting.
Yeah.
I did it. Oh, man. Good times. Good times. Go ahead,
Corey,
Stephanie.
We have a question in the chat. I don't know if it's something we can take as maybe a secondary topic, unless you were going to bring up something else. But
No, I was not. I don't have anything. I never come to the show prepared. I show up.
That's not true. Still saying, Shane had a
sarcasm
question.
in that.
He wants us to give him some ideas. He said his wife told him that a friend of theirs who is a big gamer, unfortunately, that person's house burned down the other day.
Oh.
He lost everything Oh my goodness, including 2 dogs and a cat. That's awful.
Oh my god.
As you may expect, he's depressed, and we wanted to do something game-related for him to get his mind off it, but not sure how to approach it. Any thoughts? First of all, my thoughts that's just a traumatic, terrible experience, especially losing pets. That's
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. House fires are no fun. I was in one like 12 years ago at this point.
I was gonna say you went through a fire and then also a basement flooding, right?
Yeah, it's not fun.
Dude, life is not like you.
No.
I'd have to take some time to think about it, but if I were to provide like a knee-jerk answer, because he has lost probably all his games and his consoles, like I'm not sure, like I feel like there are a lot of options you can give him, so I don't know if he has a favorite franchise and maybe give him like an art book or something. I don't know. I'm thinking more of along the lines of collectible. So I don't know, like I'm just defaulting to myself. Like I'm a huge Zelda fan, and knock on wood, if heaven forbid my house ever burns down in a fire, like it's something comforting like an art book to be able to look at images. And I feel like images can really kind of take your mind off of things. Whereas like if you were to buy a replacement I'm not expecting anyone to buy a replacement console, but if you bought something like that, like where would that person play it? There, you just have a book and you look at pictures and it takes your mind off things. So that's my initial thought. I don't know if anyone else had any gift ideas. He says he's a huge Xbox and PC gamer and loved all Microsoft games. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at that point, everybody has a cell phone. I guess I could bring this up now. I bought this Backbone, and
yeah, there you go.
And
or that.
If you have Game Pass Ultimate, you can play Xbox games on your phone.
Yeah.
And
that's true.
This controller actually comes with a month of Game Pass Ultimate for free. So, that could take his mind off of something for a little bit.
You know what? That's perfect then.
Yeah, that is perfect. Yeah, there's something.
It's
portable. It's an easy thing.
Yeah. I don't know. It's $100. This thing is $100. But it works. I've used it this weekend. I got it this weekend, and I've been playing around with it. And everything works for the most part. There's a little bit of lag because it's cloud gaming, right? But that's any cloud gaming. But it also works with Apple Arcade. It also works with PlayStation Remote Play and PlayStation Now. Like any kind of gaming app you have on your phone, it works with. There's an Apple and an Android version. And it works. Like it's a great device, So this is probably something you could theoretically get him.
He's digging it.
Yeah, because it's promoted for Xbox Game Pass. Xbox actually made sure that cloud gaming worked specifically with this controller, and it does everything. It records video. Like you download the app, you can actually record gameplay through this. It works just like an Xbox controller. So
what's the name of that product?
It's called a Backbone.
Oh.
Backbone for iPhone or Backbone for Android, and it is just a great device. And if he's missing his Xbox games, get him this and a month or two of Game Pass. The thing is with cloud gaming, you have to have Game Pass Ultimate. It's $15 a month. It does come with a month of it though. So, but yeah, Shane, I'll send you a link to that in the Discord.
Stephanie just dropped one.
Oh, well, thanks.
But I didn't read quickly. You said Discord, but
that's
anyway.
Fine. That's fine. But
wow, I don't know if I can beat that idea. Actually.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything.
Amazon.
Yeah, because
also sometimes Amazon has a 10% off coupon for this. So if you get it through Amazon, it might be a little bit cheaper. But it's a great device.
Yeah, that's the best idea I've heard, because I was just going to say, go ahead and donate a system to them, something.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't even have to be anything major. Because if you have a handheld, a decently powered handheld, donate that. But yeah, Corey's idea wins.
Also, Xbox Series S's were $250 this week on Amazon's Woot website. So, I mean, not that you want to spend that much money, but if he's trying to replace something or on the fly or something, it's also
wow. I can't believe how well, obviously sad subject, but how great ended up working out because you wanted to talk about the backbone. So.
Yeah. Well, that's a great way to bring up something I bought on a whim.
Sorry, just
but
everything's connected.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I always feel bad because I feel like we could do more to help people who go through situations like that, and we just kind of don't. But we started that group chat with Celeste today, and she had a lot of great ideas in terms of things we could do to help do things like that. Because I know Celeste is super into giving.
Yeah.
But this Backbone controller is a great device. I bought it because I wanted to. I do not utilize Game Pass enough, and I do not utilize my Xbox enough because somebody's always watching TV. Someone's always, and I always default to my Switch because it's handheld. And I was like, well, I have Game Pass Ultimate. I never play my Xbox until my wife goes to bed, which is usually like, oh, well, I'm tired. I just want to watch TV or something. And so I bought this, and I've been playing Destiny on it. I've been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey on it. I've been playing Outriders with it. It's great. Highly recommended.
Nice.
I'm sorry about your friend Shane.
Yeah,
it makes me sad.
Yeah.
So, all right, LeRon, what do you want to talk about?
Well, I almost kind of feel like I hate to say it, that topic kind of took the wind out of me. I know, I just got to thinking about it, especially like what he lost, and I'm not just talking about like the merchandise, just like I mean,
I know.
Yeah, just
anytime,
like whole life being
just
turned upside down like that all of a sudden.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so actually my whole thing was kind of entertainment related. Okay, so we've got the whole like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge coming out real soon, right?
Yep.
So I want to ask everybody tonight, like, what's a franchise that you loved as a kid or even as like a immature adult that you would love to see like get the video game treatment?
What is wait, can you repeat the question? Sorry, I'm trying to respond.
Like a video game franchise turned into an entertainment thing?
No,
or the other way around?
The other way around. Did I phrase it wrong? Maybe I phrased it wrong.
No, I think you phrased right.
Okay. Sometimes I have bad phrasing,
like an
and it gets me in trouble.
entertainment franchise, like a TV or a movie or something that you want turned into a game.
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
You know what? There was one. They made one. I never played it, but supposedly it wasn't very good. But if they could have like a actual kick-ass Buffy game.
Oh yeah, there was a Buffy game.
They made one.
It wasn't the best.
No, that's what I heard. So I never played it. But if I could have that, but like really good, like really really good, yeah, that's what I would want.
Mm-hmm. For me, well, you know what? It's funny because like a lot of stuff that I was really into when I was young and stuff, they were actually getting like it fully realized and stuff in video games better. But what I really love is you guys remember this well, it was an anime series called Robotech, which was actually an adaptation of like 3 other anime series into one whole thing. I would love for there to be like just one really good Robotech game to come out that would encompass like the entire like Robotech saga. There have been some games that have come along the way that have done a stellar job. There was this one called Macross. Do you remember Love? And it basically encompassed a lot of the series of the first portion of that, but it was only in Japan. So it was one of those things where you had to import, and at the time I wasn't ready to import that game for Sega Saturn. But I would love, there've been some other ones like Robotech, Battle Cry. Yeah, like those are some games that are out because I remember there was one on GameCube and PS2. that they did okay, but they also took a lot of license because it was like it was original content based in that universe, and you got to see some stuff that was familiar from the series and stuff like that. I would just like them to just make something that just basically encompasses like that entire journey. Like, guys like me, yeah, we're gonna know what happens around each turn, but we'd like to be able to play that stuff, and be like, oh yes, this is the major battle, like this is the battle at Saturn's rings and all this stuff. Just I told you I'm a nerd.
Nerd.
Hey. I'm not going
It's
to
what's
argue
love.
against it.
Mine's
Nerd's
not.
a compliment.
You're a nerd.
Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know, because Turtles is my pick, and like.
There's been all that kinds of that.
Come on,
I know.
Come on, there's got to be
something
something else.
The thing is, though, there's not a good Ninja Turtles 3D game, though, to be fair.
And I kind of was hoping that because I feel like it was hinted at a Ninja Turtles game.
Well,
and I kind of thought like that it might be like something elevated like that, and then they're like, "Oh, it's another arcade game," and I was like, "Oh, that's great."
Well, there was that rumor for a while that after Arkham Knight came out, that Rocksteady was going to make a Ninja Turtles game.
What?
That in the vein of Arkham, like really dark, kind of like
like the comics.
Yeah, like
so you
the
got
original.
super excited, and then it got taken away.
I did, and then they confirmed, they're like, no, our next project is a DC Comics game. But then, the only reason why I bought Injustice 2 is because the Ninja Turtles were DLC in that game, and let me tell you, it was an awesome time, and it really made me want an Arkham-style Ninja Turtles game. But no, we're just getting this 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up, which is good. I'm excited, but...
You've played that before, like that's happened before.
I have 5 versions of that game downstairs in a bucket somewhere, and I'm about to get 13 in a collection and 1 new one, and I'm like, great. But like,
it doesn't
so
sound
sad.
like it doesn't sound like he's amped.
Look,
no.
I'm just. This is gonna make me sound stupid, but I'm really over the 2D pixel art, side-scrolling 2D indie style games. I'm really.
I thought I was the only.
Depends on the game.
I thought I was the only one. Like
I'm over it. And like, I get it. I really love Axiom Verge. I really love Shovel Knight. I love these games. I'm really over it. I'm the person that likes the big, meaty, you spent $200 million on this game. I want to play the crap out of it. I love games like Assassin's Creed. I love Outriders. I love Destiny. I want to see things blow up. I want to see things look realistic. I want to see things... We have the technology to do these things. I want to see that technology utilized, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
I think they have their place, obviously. Because everything can't be that, right? There is a place for these games. But yes, there is kind of a... not an infatuation, but like there is an excess of them, and some of them aren't great. If it's excellent, that's another story. Because then it's like, okay, this is a just top quality game, and this is the art style you chose. But it seems like there is an excess of them where a lot of them are fine.
And I think the other thing that really bothers me too is 90% of them are randomly generated roguelikes. Also,
yes,
which those words,
a little bit. Rogue Legacy 2 just came out officially, finally, the actual final version, and I'm very happy about it.
Any combination of those words in a game, automatic no for me. Automatic. Look, the last game I played that was a roguelike was Dead Cells, and it was really fun for about an hour, and I said, I hate starting over every 5 minutes. I'm done. Okay? Which sucks, because Dead Cells actually plays really well. I love how it plays. I love the movement. I love the attacking. Just give me a game. I don't want this. I don't want this crap. Give me a game I can play. anyways, I'm done with my roguelike rant for the month, I guess. Used it up early this time. Man. Anyways, franchise that I want in a game. I don't know. Does somebody have an answer? I really have to think about this because, like, yeah, somebody pick something.
Katie, do you have any or?
Oh, it was Buffy.
Yeah.
Oh, Buffy. I'm so
Buffy!
sorry. I remember. I'm sorry. See, this is where my brain is starting to go night-night. My bad.
Big Buffy fan you are.
No, I didn't really get to watch it. Not because I wasn't interested, but my parents didn't allow me to watch TV. But I thought of two, and one is like, well, no, there is going to be a game. Indiana Jones, clearly.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously. And like old school Indiana Jones. But I know we have Tomb Raider, and I know we have Uncharted, and now they're actually going to make an Indiana Jones game. I just forget.
Yeah.
Machine Games, Bethesda.
Yeah,
So
there have been some. There's been a couple of them.
Yeah,
A while ago, there was.
Yeah, but they're not.
And the
I don't.
Infernal Machine, and they weren't great. They were they were of the time, and they were only at the time. Okay.
Yeah. I would say the last, like, quote unquote good one was the one for the original Xbox, which is the Emperor's Tomb. It was like, it was. I mean, it's not good now, but at the time it would have been considered. Oh, this is better than most licensed games that are out there. You know, so it's better than Batman Begins. So. The victory.
But the other one, I mean, very few people know this, but of the little that I did watch as a kid, because I'm a dork, there's this anime called Cardcaptor Sakura, and I loved that show, and I actually think it would make a great game. I Googled it real quick. I'm like, oh, I'll probably name something that has a million games to it. One Cardcaptor Sakura game did come out for Game Boy Color, but it might only be in Japan, just because I'm scrolling through the pictures and they're all in Japanese. And I only say that because it's about a girl and she has to collect all these cards that like grant a power or something. So it makes me think that it would be a great, card-based roguelike, Corey.
Gross.
Or just a card-based game.
No, gross. Also gross.
Because it is about
my God.
cards. Like Slay the Spire.
Slay the Spire! Deck building, card game, strategy, roguelike. All great things.
I think I'm retiring from this podcast. This is
so
all those words just make my brain melt.
You're the one that even mentioned the roguelike.
So I just feel like Cardcaptor Sakura would actually be a good deck building roguelike in a cute, lovable story with adorable characters. The end. I don't know.
Man. I'm really having a hard time with this question because we're getting everything soon.
Well, yeah.
We're getting Harry Potter.
Yeah.
We're getting Indiana Jones. We're getting Wolverine. Right? Like we're getting.
Oh, I almost forgot about that. Yeah.
Except I don't have a PlayStation, so I'm not going to be able to play it, but it's fine.
Okay.
So it's probably like 3
you know
years
what?
out. So you got
time. You know what, then? All right, flip it. What's a gaming franchise? Just for you, Corey. What's gaming?
Nope, not answer that question because I don't like it when they turn games into movies. They're games for a reason.
But there's a huge.
It doesn't have to be a movie. It doesn't have to be a movie. It can be a TV series.
I do
still
have
the
to
same.
say.
I know what you mean, though. It's the purpose of it is that you're playing it.
Yeah.
Like it's a different thing. It's a completely different thing.
I do want to say Sonic the Hedgehog was okay.
Corey always has this moment on all these podcasts where he just becomes his killjoy.
Oh my gosh! What?
Yeah, you can just go with the flow, bro.
I'm thinking, LeRon.
The show's almost done now.
I know it is. Pressure's on. Actually, you know what I really want? And you guys can make fun of me later. I don't care. I want a new Epic Mickey game.
Oh.
A good one. Like the first one was an interesting idea, but it was on Wii and I hated the Wii. The second one was trash. So give me a third good one. Because the concept is awesome. Where like you're making these choice-based decisions with Mickey Mouse and like, if you do this one thing, he's the Mickey Mouse that is like all over kids stuff these days, right? Where he's does nothing wrong. He's basically Jesus Christ. But like you do like you make these other decisions and he turns into like the troublemaking Mickey Mouse from like the 30s and 40s, and it's awesome. So, and like you're
Nothing to make fun of there. Still cool.
You kind of use the whole thing is like the world, like he goes into this mirror universe where Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, which is Disney's first creation before Mickey Mouse that nobody knows of because NBC, like, long story short, Disney made a deal with NBC to do animation for them before he started the Walt Disney Animation Company. And he did not retain the rights to it because he didn't read the contract all the way. So he did not retain the rights to his characters. And they only recently bought the rights back from NBC for an ungodly amount of money in like 2010.
And they're just not doing it. They're just not doing anything with it.
I mean, it's no, not really. But Mickey goes into this mirror universe where like it's what Disney became if Oswald ran it instead of Mickey, and you kind of make choices and kind of repaint this mirror world into the world that you kind of want it to be. It's really cool. But again, it was on the Wii and it was kind of like not great. Although, LeRon, you would appreciate this. Warren Spector, it was actually led the design of that game. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Because he's like a huge Disney fan and he wanted to make a Mickey Mouse game.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. But I don't. Maybe it's the fact I just never played it. I kind of just overlooked it. I don't know. Like you.
Well, there's a rumor. There's a bundle coming of the first two games to Switch and PlayStation, I think. So
yeah, that's a rumor. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Anyways, second game was really bad, but that's kind of what I want. So cool.
I'll take it.
I had to like really think about that because I was like looking around. I'm like, we have Star Wars games in the pipeline. We have a mediocre Avengers game at best. Guardians of the Galaxy was great. You know, we have all these Lego games. I mean, like The Incredibles would be fun, I guess.
Wait, are you? Yeah. Wait. Did they ever make an Incredibles game?
There's a Lego Incredibles game, but it's.
I don't want that.
I know. I don't really count.
I don't want that.
I don't really count the Lego games.
Is it mirror? Does The Incredibles feel like it was a comic book? It was a comic book or like a retro noir, like TV show?
I don't think so.
It's based off the Fantastic Four.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah, like it takes inspiration from things, but no, I don't think it was. No, because it was Pixar, right? Like,
well, yeah, no. I'm saying, does it feel like it came from like a comic book?
Oh,
you know, like,
like it has all the bones of it for sure.
Yeah.
So, I really liked that first movie. The second one was like, it was fine. But
wait. Oh, you know what? It's time to wrap this show up. It's time to wrap up.
What, LeRon?
Y'all about to slander my all-time favorite Pixar movies.
Incredibles 2?
Incredibles.
They're one and the same as far as I'm concerned.
Oh my gosh, you are.
No, I am a fan.
I didn't think that would be the
yeah.
Of all the Pixar, yeah.
Wow. Next, you're going to tell me you think A Bug's Life is amazing.
Actually, no.
Don't you trash A Bug's Life. What's wrong with A Bug's Life?
It's good. It's no Toy Story.
I didn't say it was Toy Story.
Whoa.
Oh, here we go.
Shots here now. Just willy-nilly everywhere.
Look. All I'm going to say is...
Looks like we're going to have to...
LeRon on his last stand here. We're just going to have to fend off everyone away from the old Pixar movies.
Looks like we're going to have to put Pixar... in review on the standard definition docket at some point.
Oh boy, yeah, in like 4 years.
Oh wow, you're about to. If you have me on that, I'm about to be a real sourpuss because I'm a fan of The Incredibles. So like it was a dream come true when finally the sequel came out. So you know what? And I don't think anything's wrong with that sequel. So,
I didn't say anything was wrong. We didn't say
there's anything wrong.
I said it's not as good as the first one. Come on now.
Just
Corey,
staring you down.
Corey.
Oh my goodness.
I hope to God Obi-Wan sucks.
I hope it's amazing. Oh. Can we talk about the trailer, by the way, for Obi-Wan?
No,
it was so good.
No,
oh my God.
It left me with this is probably going to be really good.
Wait. Are we talking about the new trailer?
Most likely.
The one that came out today. The one that came out today.
I have not seen it because I'm done. I have not seen it because I'm done seeing trailers for the show. I just want to see the show now.
So
whoa.
Okay, so here's
another trailer came out today?
Yes,
it came out
today.
this morning.
Why didn't I see this?
I don't know, but it was amazing.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
They literally tease Darth Vader like in it. Like they show them putting him together. And then like they put his like they put
Why
his
didn't I mute this? Why didn't I mute this? I did not need to hear this.
They put his like chest box on.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you just hear the breathing, and then like it takes one breath when they put it on, and then the second breath you just see Obi-Wan's face looking scared as shit with a second breath, and then it cuts to Obi-Wan.
Oh my god.
And then what's even better at the end of the trailer, it's a light. They do like the Disney Plus thing, and you know how it does like the shooting star into the plus thing. It's a red lightsaber cutting through this black screen.
Yeah.
See, now this is what I don't like. This is what I don't like about this, because this trailer, because based off of what you just described, this trailer, it sounds like it breaks canon. Because if I'm not mistaken, and I don't know, maybe I'm not the best with Star Wars lore, but if I'm not mistaken, like Darth Vader did not run across Obi-Wan again until A New Hope.
That's not true.
Okay.
Because we're getting Obi-Wan.
They don't really say that. They don't say like I've never seen. They're like, you're an old man now.
Yeah.
Well, no. Well, just remember when on the Death Star.
And he talks about Darth Vader, and he says he's more machine than man now.
Yeah.
So he knows that he's machine. Like he knows of him. So
well, I mean, to be fair,
can't verify this.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. At the end of Episode 3. Obi-Wan walks away before they put him together. So how would he know he's more machine than man if he hasn't seen him, right? I mean, he could just assume he's just like this husk with one robot arm just kind of like pointing at things, right?
So he knows of Darth Vader. Mm-hmm. That's what that means.
That's probably it. Like his connection to the Force would probably tell him all this stuff. But I'm just saying though, it feels like they're breaking canon because even if
we don't know that.
Even
the
if
show's
Obi-Wan,
not out yet.
Even if Obi-Wan knows about yeah, that's the problem with the trailer though. Like I have not seen the trailer, and I don't know if I want to see a trailer because like I'm one of those people that I get to a point where trailers reveal too much of the show for me. The shows and the movies, and so I watch like maybe one. I watch the premiere trailer, and I watch like maybe the follow-up trailer, and then I try to watch anything else as we get closer to it. And it's also because like Ridley Scott kind of ruined movies for me doing this shit.
Here's where I'm at with
it's Ridley Scott's fault.
I'm about to get into this, but go ahead, Corey.
I'm like a weird Star Wars fan. I think for someone my age, I think I am a weird Star Wars fan because I'm 35. I'm one of those people who should hate the prequels, and everything that came after Return of the Jedi should be trash. That's.
But
I'm 32, and I don't hate it all. I recognize its faults.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was just about to ask that question. Why
most of it?
I was about to ask that question. Why are we predisposed to hating like
I don't know. Here's the thing. I stopped listening to everybody. But like I think A New Hope is like okay. I think Empire Strikes Back is really good. I think about a third of Return of the Jedi is good. I like aspects of all three trilogies, I would say. I really like Solo, actually, the Solo movie. I really like Rogue One. There are aspects of everything that I like, and there are aspects of every trilogy that I don't like. I think that, but the one thing I do love about the prequels is Obi-Wan. I think he's clearly the best part of the prequel movies. And the fact that we get to see Ewan McGregor play Obi-Wan again makes me really happy.
I totally agree. And I don't think that you are in that much of a minority as you think. I just think that the angry Star Wars fans are the loudest. Like, I think we only hear from them.
Every fandom.
No one's like on the internet being like, I appreciate aspects from all the trilogies, and I understand the faults, and I can appreciate the good things. Like, people don't go on the internet and talk about that, right? Like, people are just on the internet being like, this sucks, and they ruined everything. Like, I think it's a good fraction of Star Wars fans who are similar, who have similar feelings as we do.
Yeah, I like some Star Wars. Okay, I like some lightsabers. I like some Han Solo. I like some Poe Dameron. I like all the things. I like things. So
it's okay. It's okay to like things.
Yeah, sometimes when you say you like things, when you say you like things,
people get very upset sometimes when you're like, I like something. Like, so how dare you like something?
I was one of the people on the internet that said, yeah, Last Jedi, it's pretty good. I liked it.
Yes. I agree. I actually like
the Last Jedi, the second one of the
yeah.
I like most aspects of it because they were like, you know what? We're going to just do stuff that you don't expect, and we're going to flip things around, and there is a whole storyline there that doesn't need to be there, and I'm like, the writing is not completely together at all. But
I appreciate that.
I appreciate taking swings and not just being like, we're just going to rewrite old movie.
I do think like the whole casino thing, like that whole storyline,
doesn't need to be there.
Doesn't need to be there.
That did not need to be there.
Also, like they had the perfect out for. I mean, I don't want them to offend Carrie Fisher or anything, but they had the perfect out to her character be done in this movie instead of.
They didn't need to. Yes. It could have just been like, this is it.
Yeah. So
like,
I mean,
they sent off Han Solo.
The more you guys talk about it, the more I'm remembering why I disliked it.
Oh, there's flaws. No. I'm not saying there's buckets of flaws.
Yeah,
but overall, I liked it.
Here's my thing. Like the first time I saw it in theaters, I walked away and I walked out of the theater and I was like, what did I just watch? So I honestly waited till it came to home viewing, and I watched it again, and my opinion of it actually changed. It did not change for the worse; it actually changed for the better, which is good. But at the same time, there's glaring flaws.
Totally.
Totally. But
look, throughout the entire series, throughout the entire franchise, there are glaring flaws.
Luke kisses his sister in the second movie. Okay.
That never bothered me.
See, I was a child when that happened, so there was no correlation until the third movie that happened, and then I didn't realize how bad that was until I became like a teenager.
Even then, I'd be like, they kissed. It's not like they like.
Here's
the thing. It's
not like they both uglies.
I mean, you can like look at them and see like they didn't know, like, and then they found out through the Force, whatever. You can just kind of wash it away. But like,
and hold on a second,
on a red carpet, and everyone forgot about it. Just saying.
Yeah, and hold on a second, because like now I got to question George Lucas.
Here's
not the question that guy.
Here's I'm trying to make a point here though. Is like he wrote that original trilogy by the seat of his pants. He was rewriting the script during filming.
I know he was.
Then people are like complaining that like this new trilogy didn't have like a very planned timeline or whatever. I'm like, so you think like the original trilogy had a super plan, right? I mean, clearly
I feel like he had more
consistent.
He had more forethought in the prequel trilogy than he had for definitely the original trilogy.
Oh yeah, yes. Aren't you so interested in the blockade and trade tariffs and political intrigue? Come on,
it all connected, but the dialogue was awful.
Yeah, actually, I like political intrigue in like movies and TV shows. I like it.
I like that, but no one talks like a person in the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
No one talks like a person.
True.
It is like true. What are we saying? What is anyone talking about?
All right, so real quick, my rant about like trailers and stuff, real quick, and then no. I have to get this out. This is why I don't invest in a whole bunch of trailers for movies and TV shows and stuff anymore, because okay, so Ridley Scott, technically he's like the father of the Alien franchise, right? So remember, like he directed the first Alien movie, and then he decided not to come back to Alien for a sequel because at the time in his life and his career and stuff, he only wanted to make like new and original stuff. He didn't want to like revisit stuff that he'd already done. Well, lo and behold, like 2 decades later, he comes back to Alien to do Prometheus, which is the prequel to the Alien franchise. Now, I'm super excited because like me and David Lasby might as well be the same person. When it comes to aliens, we're all in. So I'm watching.
Indistinguishable.
I watched every single trailer for Prometheus and everything. Right, was hyped up and everything. Got to the movie theater, and watched the movie. The movie was okay. The movie was not bad as far as I'm concerned because I'm a fanboy. But there was one problem that I had with the movie, and it wasn't so much the movie itself. It was the marketing campaign for it. There were so many things in the trailers. There were 6 different trailers for Prometheus. There were so many things in the trailers that never was in the fucking film. And I was like, there was stuff that I was legit looking for because I saw it in trailers. And I was like, yes, I can't wait to see the scene play itself out. Never saw the scene. And so I was like, it was like I was being gaslit because like I was sitting there literally thinking, did I imagine this stuff? What's happening here and stuff like that. So when the Blu-ray came out, Blu-rays they love having all that stuff in there, like all the marketing and all that stuff. So like all the trailers are on the Blu-ray. So I was watching all those trailers on the Blu-ray, and my friends just saw me getting so animated because I was like, where was this at in the movie? Where was this at in the movie and all that stuff? And they're like, yeah, we don't know. Like and so. Here's the problem though. I went back and as I was watching like some of his other stuff, like Gladiator, he did it too. A lot of the stuff that was in the commercials and trailers was not in the film. Blade Runner, Alien, so it got to a point where I was like, okay, you know what? I fucking hate Ridley Scott, because and that's how I started this whole thing. Like when a movie comes out that I'm interested in, like for example, like that Monster Hunter movie came out, I only watched one trailer. Those Resident Evil movies come out, I only watched one trailer. Star Trek stuff, I don't watch everything that comes out. Like we have a new Star Trek series that premieres tonight when I go to bed, and I've only seen 2 trailers, and there have been 11 trailers. So that's my whole thing, which is why when you guys talk about the Obi-Wan trailer, you guys already told me too much.
I mean, we didn't even tell you like the plot.
You said enough. I know what the plot point is. The plot point is the Inquisitors are coming to hunt down all the remaining Jedi that survived Order 66. I know the plot point of the show.
It's fair. I do have to say 2 of the Inquisitors kind of look stupid, but
they do.
It's fine. It's fine. It's Star Wars. They might as well just.
That's the other reason why I checked out watching any more trailers. I was like, if I see too much more of this, I'm not going to want to watch the show.
It's okay though. We get more Obi-Wan. That's all I care about.
I have this funny feeling they're going to have all those Inquisitors corrected in post. I have a funny feeling. It's going to be a Sonic the Hedgehog all over again.
That's fine.
Getting kind of close to release. I don't know.
I mean, Star Wars, it's not like Star Wars is known for redoing half the movies,
Never.
Blinking Ewoks, Jabba, garbage CG. Gosh, when Han Solo steps on his tail, it's so bad. Oh my God. So bad.
That was oh my God.
Oh, so good though. Oh man, I love all the stupid stuff in Star Wars. I can't wait to go to Disney World this year and ride Rise of the Resistance and Smuggler's Run. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm going to build my own lightsaber. It's going to be awesome.
Oh.
I'm not really going to build my own lightsaber. It's too much money.
Why not? How much money is it? How much?
It's like almost $300.
What? Damn.
Yeah.
Shit.
Or you could buy a legacy one for $150, which is like the pre-built.
Still a lot.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I'll just go and take a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
One day.
Also, I'm going to drink like 5 gallons of blue milk. It's so good.
Yeah.
The blue milk is so good.
Is it?
It is. I'll post my review of it that I took almost 3 years ago before the pandemic on Twitter. That's what I thought it was cool when I was making content, It's all right. Anyways, why don't we wrap this show up? I want to thank everybody who was watching in the live stream. Everybody who's watching and or listening, remember, you can catch the Boss Rush podcast 1 week early on Patreon for just $1, as well as other shows. You can catch it on Fridays Like, subscribe, share, rate, and review wherever you listen to the show. Katie, thank you so much for joining us. Why don't you remind people where they can find you, talk about your show, etc.
Thanks so much for having me. This was a fun time. I'm on Twitter. I'm Lesperance. Lesperak. I don't know why that's my name. It happened a long time ago, and I'm stuck with it. But here we are. So yeah, I'm on Twitter. And I host 2 podcasts, one of which is Cutscenes, a video game movie podcast. We talk about video game property type movies and TV shows. So each episode will center on one of those, and me, Jacob, and Travis, and sometimes a guest will give our takes, our likes, our dislikes. You know, it gets heated sometimes. You're talking about Super Mario Brothers, and sometimes there's a lot of opinions. So yeah, there's that. That's on, all your major podcasting platforms. It's on Twitter, cutscenes_pod. And then Left Behind Game Club is a book club style video game podcast where each episode talks about a video game that we all play and get together. Same thing. Give our likes, our dislikes, our takes. Give some information about the game. This morning came out our Returnal episode, which, so I was on that one.
It's a really awesome episode.
It was fun. It was good. Returnal is a great game. That comes out every 2 weeks, and Cutscenes is seasonal. So we're on a little bit of a hiatus because Travis had a baby.
Oh, so he's never going to sleep again for at least another 2-3 years.
Nope.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to say months, but years.
Look, my son is 13 months old, and he still doesn't sleep at night. So it's going to be a while.
And Travis thought it would be over. That would be getting better soon, but
sorry, Travis, if you're listening.
So yeah, that's the same thing that can be found on all your podcasting platforms. And then we are on Twitter at, I don't remember these things like Jacob, because Jacob knows all, but Twitter is at Left Behind Club, Instagram Left Behind Game Club, and then we have a Discord for the Left Behind Game Club called leftbehindgame.com/Discord. I think I did that wrong. No, leftbehindgame.com/Discord. And we got a bunch of good people in there. Everyone's really nice. We talk about game deals, what everybody's playing, what's going on, news. So yeah, check it out. Thank you again for having me.
Nice.
This is a nice, chill, just go with the flow thing.
Sure is. That's anything else is too hard. Well, you're welcome back anytime. It was really fun having you, for sure.
Thank you.
Stephanie, where can we find you?
People can find me at Klimov, KLIMOV_author on Instagram and Twitter. You can find various articles of mine and others on bossrush.net, and I also make appearances on After Dark and the Disney arm of Standard Definition.
LeRon?
All right. As always, you can find me on social media at Exodus803. It's also my Twitch and YouTube channels. And don't forget, Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/Exodus803 for the Crossroads podcast, where we talk about PlayStation, PC, and Xbox, as well as other facets of gaming and all that stuff. I am also part of the crew. I'm the lead host of the Boss Rush After Dark podcast series, which you can always hear early if you're a patron of ours. So don't forget, patreon.com/BossRushNetwork, and you'll be there early. I think that's all the major stuff, right? Yeah, that's Standard Definition MCU, which I'm pretty sure some people are ready for me to get back on that.
Yeah.
As well as Standard Definition for the Mass Effect franchise. I think we're calling it the franchise now because I think Story and I agreed to finally add Andromeda to that list.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yep, that's me.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at IamCorianHD. You can find me here on the Boss Rush podcast. You can find me on Nintendo Pal Block. You can find me on Standard Definition, After Dark, Expansion Pass, etc. etc. Like I said, I was on a recent episode of Secret Friends Unite co-op mode. Please check that out. You can find all of our content on bossrush.net. If you want to watch our videos, you can go to youtube.com/bossrushnetwork. Join our Discord, shop our merch, and all that good stuff. If you listen on iTunes or Spotify, please leave us a 5-star rating and review. We really appreciate it. I want to thank everybody for watching and or listening. Until next time, we love you.